Hey everyone, this is Clay with Digifactors Animation, and this is a work in progress video for my entry in the 2022 Animation at Work contest for Cartoon Animator 4. And my cartoon that I am entering is about one of my characters that I made back in my high school days. In my high school days, I was in journalism class, but I wasn't really into reporting the news or anything like that. So I went with being the school cartoonist with the school newspaper. And one of my cartoon strips was Cosmic Man. So I decided to use Cosmic Man and try to simulate some of the scenes that I did back in the day when I drew Cosmic Man. So with that said, I'm going to show you how I put this video together. Let me move my ugly self over. Well, I'm not. Anyway, so yeah, so here's my folder of all my clips that I recorded myself working on the video. Okay, so I'm going to start off with creating my character Cosmic Man. So yeah, this is a video of me making Cosmic Man. So what I done was I went with a G3 template that was provided in with Cartoon Animator 4. I went with G3 because I found it more flexible for me to work with Cosmic Man because Cosmic Man is kind of flexible in my cartoon strips. So I made all these pieces of Cosmic Man and I'm putting them together by replacing the sprites of the template. Right now I'm doing the torso. Also, you see I already had the cape and everything in the drawing. If you go back and do a prop, for some reason his arms go through it. And it just didn't work out that way. So I'm putting all of my pieces together that I have made up. And this is what my Cosmic Man looked like back in the day of my high school years. Cosmic Man is what happened to him. He is a college professor, and he specialized in cosmic rays. He believed that the future would have new, refreshed energy, cheaper energy, and he believed that cosmic rays can provide that. And he is a very smart guy. Not only that, he's kind of rich. He made his own spaceship and went into orbit, did an experiment. Of course, people always made fun of him, though, because they thought he was crazy. But anyway, he went into orbit. He did an experiment with cosmic rays. It had a mishap. It gave him his superpowers. Thing of it is, trying to be a superhero, he's kind of clumsy. He tries to be the best hero he can be, but a lot of things just doesn't go his way. But here I am. I'm still putting all the pieces together, replacing all the sprites in the template with my own sprites. Of course, when I did the hands and the mouth, I used the one that was actually already it came with the Cartoon Animator 4. Knowing that I just found out about the contest about not too long ago, I don't have much time to make too many things. So I went ahead and went this way, but maybe next time I'll create a lot of more things, uh, my own animation, mouth, and all that stuff like that. Well, I've just about got them completed. And this is the front view. I also did the same thing with the side view. So I have a front view and a side view of Cosmic Man using the templates that were provided in Cartoon Animator 4. Anyway, that's how I made Cosmic Man. That's how I put them together in Cartoon Animator 4. Okay, now the next clip I'm going to show you is the first scene where I use one of the provided scenes that came with Cartoon Animator 4 and I just took off all the graffiti and everything, because when I did that, I want to add my own prop. I got my own prop of a storefront, a bookstore. So I'm placing that in there. I'm stretching it out to where it'll fit in the safe area. Moving it back into the layer I need it to be. Right about there should be good. As you can see, I cut out the door and I added a yellow to simulate light. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a character of me. Now, I made this character a while back, so I didn't make a video of me making him, but I made him a while back, and he's made with a G2 character. He's made with a G2 character template. I pretty much got the hang of creating my own characters without templates, but when I was first learning, I used templates to make him. And, well, I used the template with Cosmic Man as well because I had to go the fast route because I didn't have much time. So I got him in place. Now I'm going to add another prop. The door is a prop too. So now I'm making I added the prop to the comic book, and I'm going to put that in his hand. And this is the comic book he's going to show you that he bought when he came out of the comic book store, or the bookstore. So I put the door back in place right over me. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate the door opening. And the way I do that is by scaling. I'll scale the door and then I'll move it to the right. And I play that back. And it's the quickest way to go when you're in a hurry. Anyway, that's how I made that scene. Now, before I go to the next scene where I'm showing you where he's reading the comic book, I'm going to show you how I created that comic book. Here I'm using Paint.net. I use Paint.net a lot because it's quick and easy, and it's a great alternative to Photoshop, and it's free. It has layers in there, so I'm using layers to create this comic book. So I'm cutting out all of my backgrounds to simulate my scenes in each strip, in each panel of the comic book. So I'm placing that underneath the layer behind the first layer. So once I do that, I'll cut out each square and I'll go back and then I'll put in the next piece. Now, I didn't use the right piece of the comic book. I cut that out because I have it where he just folded it over to that first page. So, anyway, that's pretty much how I made the comic book part. So now, this next scene is where he came out of the door, and he's opening up the comic book, and he's starting to read the page. Okay, and I used another scene that came with Cartoon Animator 4. And that is the street scene. So I'm using the street scene here. So I'm going back and I'm going to create a prop. And that's a prop of me holding the comic book. So I'll scale it up to size to where I think looks good. Once I do it, I put it in the place where I think best suits the position. And I'll move it to the bottom. Then I'll just add the keyframes by moving the slider up a little to bring it up like I'm reading it. Moved it up a little bit more. And once I get the animation of the me lifting the comic book up and reading it, I'm going to animate the camera with a zoom in, going into that last panel of Cosmic Man facing toward you. And then that's where it'll pop in. It would bring you into the comic book, and you're watching Cosmic Man. It's like, see. Oh, so anyway, yeah, that's pretty much how I did that scene as well. Okay, let's see. This next scene I created is where Cosmic Man flies down and lands on the street in front of the tornado. Now here I have Cosmic Man facing forward. Now in order to simulate the cape flapping, I had to make uh, 3 other sprites for the torso with the cape flapping. So as he moves down for each frame, I click on a different sprite image. Once I did that and play it back, it simulated that the cape is flapping. And then when he lands, I put it back on sprite 1. And I play that back. And that's how I simulated the cape flapping. Okay, on this one right here, the tornado itself. It meant to be a prop, but you can't have bones to props, so I made it a character. So I added bones to the character Tornado. I put it in front of the street, which I don't like the street too much, but it is what it is. You know, it's art. So I put the tornado back in the distance there, and what I'll do is I'll move it forward. And as I move it forward, I'll scale it. Once I get it all scaled and move forward to simulate that the tornado is moving closer and closer. So I'll be animating the bones to make it look like that the tornado is swirling. Now the tornado isn't animated to spin. I had to go the quick route because I didn't have much time. I don't have much time to get this done because I just found out about the contest not too long ago. So I want to hurry up and get it done. But anyway, I'm doing what I can. So I'll animate the bones to the tornado to make it look like it's wagging. Now, once I do that, I'll add the effects of this angry steam that came with Cartoon Animator 4. I'll add those to make it look like it's tearing up the ground, along with a flash effect. You can see I'm moving it forward. Yeah. Anyway, that's how I did that scene. All right. See. Now on this final scene, this is the final scene, and this is where Cosmic Man is. Well, I take that back. Take that back. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. On this one right here is where I added characters running from the tornado. I almost forgot about this. I'm sorry. So in this part, I used G2 characters, a male and a female. Now, if you look at the tornado, you actually see a character, and he is a G3 character. He's flying around the tornado. The tornado swooped him up, and it's carrying him away. And you can see that the angry steam effects work good with the tornado tearing up the ground. And that's pretty much it on that scene. Now on this last scene here, this is where Cosmic Man is grabbing the tornado, trying to stop it. But the tornado swoops him up. Whoops, went ahead of myself. It's this one right here. That's the last part of that. As you can see, I got Cosmic Man ready to grab it, and I'm using the effects and everything for the simulation of the tornado tearing up things. He grabs the tornado, and the tornado swoops him up. Okay, right about here is where I decided to use a effect, which is the swoosh cartoon effect. I'm adding that as a prop. So basically, what I'll do is right at that point, I'll shrink it down. Okay, I'll shrink it down and I'll put the opacity to 0. Okay. But one thing I did wrong. I should have went ahead and added the whoosh effect right at the beginning and activate it at a certain point where I need it. But I didn't do that in this point. It was a mistake. It's okay. I don't mind telling you about my mistakes. Best thing to do is learn from other people's mistakes as well as yours. So right at that point, I'll add the opacity to 100. And then I'll do it and I'll go back to 0. And then when I get to another point, I'll go back and do the opacity back to 100. And then I'll scale it up. And that's pretty much it on that. Anyway, that is how I made the Cosmic Man video here for the contest. Animation is my passion. Cartooning is my love. And for anyone that is wanting to get into animation, cartoons, and stuff like that, the best software that I find by far, the Cartoon Animator 4 by Revolution. Y'all give it a try. They have the free trial. I'm pretty sure you'll love it. And the price is worth it for Cartoon Animator 4. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this work in progress, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. God bless.